works. That goes a little bit down. So everybody who is already here on YouTube, we will start in a few moments the monthly Monday meeting. It's on Zoom. If you would like to join, there's a link in the video description. You see that link down here. This is a group on Facebook where I do a 21-day full moon edging challenge. If you would like to be part of that, follow that link, go on Facebook, and you will find more about me there. So the monthly Monday meeting starts in a few moments. There will be people coming from different areas of the world, sharing their experiences and asking questions around somatic consent, what somatic consent is, how to use it in their life, the difference between the wheel of consent and somatic consent, how to apply somatic consent in your relationships, in your work, how to communicate with somatic consent, and what else? Any kind of questions around touch, pleasure, sensuality, sexuality, and how to apply that in all areas of your life. So we will see how many people are joining. It's 7 o'clock. Let's see how many are coming. Sometimes there's a full house, sometimes there's an empty house. I will take for a moment the text. And see. Okay. Okay, 2 is cool. Let them in. Hi there. Hi, David. Sorry, I forgot your name. David's girlfriend. Hi, Timani. Welcome. Hello. Can you do you hear me well? Do you have good audio?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
We are lunchtime. We continue to eat. It's okay.
Absolutely. Take care of yourself and have as much food as you like. Timani, from where in the world do you call in? Where was that?
From France.
From France. Okay. Hi and welcome. And you, David, and you're in Martinique. All
Yeah.
right. Okay. Enjoy your food. What do you have for lunch?
Rice, chicken, and avocado and tomatoes, and she eat the good of their mother with rice.
Oh,
The
nice.
the other day.
Delicious. I just had dinner as well. I just did some fried veggies and rice too, so it was nice.
Yeah, we had lunch because 6 hours later.
Yeah,
We are 6 hours behind. Yeah.
yeah. All right. Let's see who else is joining today. There might be a few more or a few less. We will see. And want to have a little check in. Just a few sentences to land here. How do you feel? Hungry. Food. Maybe I start. Um, it's beginning of September here in Sweden right now. The sky is blue and there's a really nice light outside. So, but it was a rainy day. Autumn started literally yesterday, 1st of September. I was out, and the leaves are starting to get yellow, and I feel that in my body. So I'm an autumn child. I'm born in October, and I resonate very much with the change of seasons, specifically with autumn. And I feel that so much in my body, like there is this kind of a fall. The fall is coming, so I can feel that. And yeah, Feeling excited being here today and see who else is coming. That's my check-in.
Okay, I finished to buy this. I had a very difficult week because I took a virus.
Oh,
After the workshop, I told that I was not feeling good. It coming a big fever, and then I start to sweat more and more. Yes, you're already humid, and I lose kilos, and I don't have pain anymore. This is good. I don't have fever anymore, but I'm so tiny, and I continue to
mm,
sweat, and it's quite difficult because I'm losing kilo and liquid. And in all these, I feel emotionally went back to the past, where not to the past. I feel like I don't manage my emotion when I'm angry, and also I have a compulsive explosion, and are short, are more, but are still there, and I feel fucking failure,
mm.
thanks, loser.
Welcome. Man over 50.
And although I've done in my life, it's okay, I cannot go out of this. I don't know. I don't. I'm really quite. Uh, and this is also touched my partner, and I'm there to say, okay, I leave you. I cannot anymore. In this, to give, to hurt you, to be heard, and also this is going on.
Mm, mm.
Check.
Welcome with your agony. Tell me your name again.
Camellia.
Tamilia.
I'm Camellia.
Tamilia.
Camellia,
Camellia. Okay, I'm sorry. Camellia.
No problem.
With a C or with a K?
It's okay.
No, with a C or with a K? A
Okay.
K, okay. Okay, K.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry. Please.
So, in my case, I feel really exhausted because, first of all, I got the virus after David. So I had fever too, and I was quite tired. And then, of course, we had a lot of emotions to manage. And in my case, I feel overwhelmed.
Mm.
I feel overwhelmed that a bit frozen.
Frozen.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Hi and welcome with your frozenness. Mm. Hi Arif, you're perfectly for the check-in. Timani, would you like to check in too?
Well, um, I was there last Monday in August,
Mm-hmm.
and I was on holiday at that time, and well, I have to go back to work today, so I feel a bit sad, and it's the end of summer, I think, in France. I also feel the autumn; it's cooler, and there is less brightness. The night is coming soon.
Mm-hmm.
We are losing time, so um, well, but I feel okay. I'm glad, especially. Uh, well, I want to improve my English, so I think
Perfect.
it's a good place
Yeah,
where I can
yeah,
speak English. So
yeah.
thank you.
Where in France are you, Timani?
Well, I was I'm in the outskirts of Paris,
Mm, okay.
in a town called Mantes-la-Jolie. But as I told you last time, I met you for the first time in the Café Café de l'Amour,
Mm-hmm.
with Benedict, and I had a session, yes, with you somewhere in the outskirts of Paris, and I thanked you last time because I have become more aware of certain things. So thank you.
All right. Thanks and welcome. And hi, Arif. Welcome. Would you like to check in? You're still muted. There's no sound. Nope.
Can you hear me
Now, yes.
now? Okay, we're live. Hi Matt. Hey everyone. So I'm Arif. I'm in Canada. I'm in one of the western cities in Canada called Edmonton. So it's morning here. It's morning and it's Labor Day. So I actually just woke up 10 minutes ago. Matt, I saw your email and I thought, what a nice way to maybe just get connected. So I think I'm carrying a lot of uncertainty and maybe some heavy emotions today.
Mm.
Just not feeling much self-trust today. Like I've made some bad decisions over the last couple of days, and I'm just feeling the heaviness of regret. At this point.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
So I'm just working through that. But otherwise, I'm blessed in many ways. I have everything. Everything's good. Otherwise, live in a beautiful city, beautiful family, beautiful
Mm.
everything.
Mm.
War.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah. Just maybe trying. I just woke up and I'm still carrying it, so I think I'll do some releasing or some shaking around it.
Yeah.
To see what to see where I land.
Yeah.
Mostly, yeah. I struggle with regret. It feels so heavy. And also, yeah. How much time do we have, Matt?
Oh, together here 90 minutes. So what we do is we just do a little bit of a check-in and we do the hands meditation, and then you can just like join in with whatever you have cooking up with, and maybe some of the other brought something. And if you have any questions, then you're more than welcome with everything that is up there. But kind of,
Sounds good.
yeah.
Just maybe close my check-in.
Yeah, wonderful. All right. So everybody who is here today knows about confidentiality. So please don't share anything that anybody else is sharing. I'm doing a recording of myself. So it's not on Zoom recorded. I just have a camera just on myself that is recording. And sometimes I just cut out different pieces of that, what I'm saying. All right. So it's monthly Monday today. Normally we have a kind of a more casual meeting where I share more details about the engagement system and how to use it and what are the pitfalls and what you can do with it and whatever works. And but there are no new people here today, so we just can use the time exactly as we like. So, and whatever comes up is welcome. And for the next about 5 to 10 minutes, I would like to invite you into the hands meditation to get a little bit of an embodiment practice. Yeah? All right. So then
Yes.
I switch my camera. I have a second camera here. So I need to put that a little down so that you see my hands and you see myself. And so the invitation is to take something in your hands, lean back. We do that for about 10 minutes max. So to just land in your body and arrive, the invitation is to take something in your hand. What you have doesn't really matter. I have a piece of wood here, can be just like as well like one of my lenses. It doesn't really matter. And the idea is you just lean back and make connection with that object. Maybe just hold it a little bit more tight for a moment and just feel the sensation in your hands, and then in micro movements I invite you to slowly go into exploring the object, and you notice there are different textures, temperature, you notice the density, you notice is it smooth or sharp, rough or round. And then it doesn't matter how fast you go, I invite you to slow down your speed by half and slowing down your speed by half again, so that you go really, really slowly. And while you explore with your hands the object or move that object over your hands, I invite you to make connection with a spot where it feels pleasant or maybe even pleasurable already. And when I say pleasure, it's just this tinglish, sensual, electromagnetic, kind of nice sensation. And when you find a spot somewhere, I invite you to just stay there for a moment and just feel. And I say feel with the intention of allowing feelings. And if your mind wanders, then this is what the mind does. Bring it straight back to the sensation there in the hands. So training that little muscle of awareness. So nothing to give here, nowhere to go, nothing to get. Just the experience. And if any other feelings or emotions comes up, like sadness or boredom or anger, or just allow it. Just allow your breath to flow and drink all the sensations in. They are happening there in your hands. And again here, the slower you move, the more you will feel. Very simple, very light. And important at this point is just to recognize that you are in action towards a felt sense of pleasure for yourself. It's not about relationship here, it's not about anybody else than just about you. And then slowly and gentle, slow your movement down till they stop. Stay there for a moment. Just notice what you notice within yourself. So that all of you is welcome and that you can be fully here today. And my invitation is to keep an object or that object in your hands during the rest of the entire call here, and then I invite you to slowly opening up your eyes. Bring your attention back to the screen and what do you notice? What is going on within yourself? Anything that you would like to share that you are aware of right now, right here, after doing that for about 8 minutes, 9 minutes? And who would like to start? And everything that you say is welcome, what you notice. Who would like to start?
Yeah, but I can share.
Please. All right.
So I have this toy shark I was playing with, and noticed that as you started to guide us to slowing down, half speed and then another half speed, that's when I was able to slowing down just helped me really get present to this object. And I'm struggling with feeling pleasure, so I tried to just focus on maybe the sensation. Like, oh, here's a bump, here's a ridge, does it feel cold, and so forth. And then I noticed that around its mouth it felt really smooth, and then that felt pleasureful, like that felt nice. And then suddenly I had like fantasies of because it was the mouth that that I'm basically moving like fingers around a woman's mouth, and then there was a bit of shame that or embarrassment that kind of came up. So I was like, oh, I'm doing this on a kid's toy, and I'm feeling this. So it was just interesting to notice it was there. Yeah, and so my takeaway, I guess, for this was just the power of slowing down.
Nice. Welcome. Thank you. The power of noticing. Who wants to go next? Please, David. And you're muted, David. Sorry, I just muted you because there was some noise.
Yeah. I noticed that I've done it this morning at 5 alone because I was feeling anxious, and I felt that when it's helped me. Also, when I had fever, I was feeling anxiety. It relaxed me a bit. And the difference from this morning and now, when I'm in a group, I feel it's more taking me more into it than when I'm alone. There is a difference when I'm alone at home or I'm in a group. I cannot describe it, but I feel more, maybe I'm more present, or maybe to myself. I don't know if the group, the fact that I project that I am with the other person connecting, doing the same things, or because you are leading, I feel more into the exercise, to go in my sensation, let it go more my thoughts and the other things. Then about sensation, I was going more in the details, like, okay, pleasure, it is just the tingling sensation of electricity on the skin. It's not like having an orgasm. That I was going to feel my tingling sensation. I just follow the lead, and I relaxed my belly, let it go some tension, and I felt good.
Nice. Camilla, would you like to share some words of your experience? That can be yes or a no, as you like.
I feel very uncomfortable. Everything's so sad. And doing this is just bringing me more in my sadness. And I don't really feel comfortable to be in this state now in front of you.
I want to say that your sadness is very welcome here, and that you feel like you want to run away or hiding is very natural, and the invitation is to be welcome with your sadness and allow yourself just be you here. So
So it's more about same time, I feel very ashamed and uncomfortable. So I feel a kind of inner inner fight, a lot of tension inside to just I don't know, maintain a kind of appearance.
Hmm. Hmm. Thank you very much for sharing. If you feel like, and we have enough space and time, we can just maybe dig a little bit deeper into your issue if you feel like. It's a choice that you don't need to answer now. You can just totally go for it. Okay?
You mean now or later?
No, later in a little bit. So when you feel like there is something you would like to share, that you are very welcome to share with whatever is.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Timani, how about you? Would you like to share your experience? You're still muted. Can you unmute yourself, please? You're muted. Yes.
It's a bit too hot,
Nice.
and at the beginning I was a bit annoyed. I wasn't present. Then you said be present, not be present, but go more slow. You know, well, I mean to be well. I have noticed that I was more present when I was to this when I was. I mean, I did it less quick, and at the end, from nowhere, I saw like a couple in the air and moving around, and I tried to suppress that image, and that was the end of the meditation.
Mm. Mm. Thank you very much for your trying is the wrong word, but thank you for speaking English and showing up with your insecurity and speaking. And I really acknowledge you for doing that. So I know how hard that is. Okay, so share a little bit about myself. I love that exercise, and I was very much in tuned, and I just actually I'm aware of that my awareness and acuity is not only with my own hands, I as well observe and being with you, and I kind of relate with the experience that I'm having with you while you're meditating, and I speak into what I'm picking up on feelings and emotions and stuff that is occurring, and I learn to speak into that, what I feel in the moment. While I'm feeling this one, I'm actually connected. And when you said, David, it's different. When I'm doing it on my own, when I sit down and meditate for 5 minutes, I do that very rarely. So that has been changing in that my hands became more like an instrument in my daily life how I engage and touch and feel. So being present with everything. If I cook, if I kind of brush my teeth, or if I wash my body, or if I get dressed, I start feeling stuff differently. But when I'm with people, I have kind of expanded my capacity of tuning into people where they are. So it's like the antenna becomes more fine-tuned, and I'm capable of really being aware of kind of it's just it works even through the screen. So being aware of the energies, and so it was interesting to feel that. And another thing I would like to share, and then we just can see what opens up. Yesterday was the 1st of September, so literally end of summer here in Sweden. And I just made a video yesterday that I posted, or that I tried to post in you see that here in the Facebook 21 Day Full Moon Challenge group. And I could not upload it. I don't know, Facebook didn't let me upload that. It was blocked for some reason. It was just a 90-second video where I'm walking with my phone in nature and have that just here and say, just like talking into that and say, hey, when have you been the last time in nature on your own where you felt safe and connected, where you didn't need anybody or anything and can feel the vibration of nature and allow yourself to self-pleasure? Allow yourself to feel sensual and sexual in nature just for yourself, in a spot that is remote and hidden enough that you don't disturb anybody or nobody is disturbing you, where you just feel this energy of the earth, of nature, going through your body and be in connection with oneness just with yourself. This is the highest art of this sensation that I can feel, being in a sensual sexual connection with nature, and it feels so delicious. So I did that yesterday, and I had an amazing self-pleasure ritual literally in nature. It was just like as if I was on drugs, and it was nearly an hour or so, and then it started raining, and it became even more beautiful. So I just felt all this tingling on my skin, and I just felt like so delicious and so beautiful. And so I want to bring that in here into this capacity of being in oneness and being in connection and feeling the vibration and allowing the sensual, sexual, ecstatic feeling that we all have in our cellular structure to be connected with nature and feeling pleasure and joy in nature, and allowing ourselves to flow with what comes up and comes through, so that there is no kind of society conditioning belief system of rights and wrongs, and just being in connection with the essence of our nature. So that was what I wanted to contribute here now. And now I just would like to give it to you. Who would like to share? Where are you in life? What's going on? What is struggling you? What you're struggling with? How can I, or how can we kind of lift you up and being with you? And again, you can share as much as you feel comfortable. So make sure that you only share what you feel good with. Yeah. So, and let's see how we unlock that. Who would like to start? What's going on? Where do you struggle with? What's the internal roadblock? What's the belief system? What's the agony? Where would you like to have more of in life? What makes your heart heavy? Please.
I'm struggling a lot with the fact that I'm kind of a channel of whatever is around me. When I was in the workshop and I made it the men circles I was leading in, I made an exercise where they, in group of four or five, one is pushing and the other holding with a lot of energy and taking out your anger, all the emotion. And in that moment, I was just passing between them and everything, it was passing through me. I was feeling the anger, I was feeling the sadness, and I was crying. When may I share something about when we are together? When if she have anger or she have torment, it is entering me like day in day, and that's just to say these are different moments that I absorb, and I don't have any other way to all go away, for don't be to taking, or like it was in the workshop, be in a very high state where I'm just the channel. It's like I feel like, okay, I'm the channel that bringing away from these people stuff. But when I don't bring it away, it's taken me and I charge.
Mm-hmm.
So this is what I'm thinking about, because I don't find a way to stop, to create a wall, and I don't think it's possible.
Would you like to have a reflection? Yeah, I will try to make it short. That was a lifesaver for me. I just want to say, an experience in the de-armoring training a few years back. We were in Greece, and there was a guy going in the processing circle, 2 meters times meter 50. That's like a really huge guy. And he got triggered by me. I don't know what triggered him. So as a facilitator in front of people, I'm a projection field. So people use me to put their stuff out. This is what the work is. You know, we are there for people getting activated and then kind of getting over blockages and all that kind of stuff. So he is just walking towards me and just like, I hate you. I'm so fucking angry. And he was just projecting this killer loads on me. And I was sitting there just like shaking. And there was this part in me that just like, I just wanted to run away. You know, I could not handle it. And then a teaching came in that I got from a mentor, Clinton Callahan, from Possibility Management. And I don't know, some of you might have heard about that. And he calls that the black hole teaching. And the black hole teaching is, and you do that in a split of a second, you just do a finger snip, and energetically, as if you're opening up a black hole in front of you. And at the same time, you imagine like a bubble of protection around you that is connected to the earth so that you are grounded, so you don't fly away or you don't lift off. And this golden bubble is literally protecting you from this energy, from this missile, from this anger, whatever wants to come and harm you and hurt you, and takes this energy that can affect you and disturb you and attack you and put that into the black hole. Yeah. But the information behind the anger is capable of reaching you. So we did that as an exercise where people were screaming at my face. I opened up the black hole, the energy went down into the black hole, but I could sit there and listen to the information behind the emotions. And then I just like, oh, that's interesting what's being said here. So I did that in that workshop when he was screaming at me. I just opened the black hole and he was screaming, and then my flight impulse kind of faded away, and I could just be there and sit with him. And then he was done after, I don't know, 2 minutes. And then he said just like, so now I feel better. And I said, good, thanks for sharing. And then he went back and sit down. And that was it. I don't know what the story was behind it, but that was what I have learned.
What I felt, you used the word black hole, and the other day I was thinking to be the black hole. I'm like,
You absorb it all.
Activity.
Yeah, this is
Black hole
yeah,
disappears me.
yeah,
And but you tell no, the black hole will not be me, but need to be aside of me.
outside of you. Yes, you're not the black hole.
Because I'm living like I am.
Hmm. So this is what you can
And
try and test even when you are with your beloved. Try to get the information and don't take the emotions, or don't take the feelings and make them yours.
and you said you have a black hole, but you have also a golden. You said two things.
Like
You have also
a golden bubble of protection. That's your it's like your shield. Yeah, you can say it's an armor, maybe. So, but it's not a defensive armor. It's like more, well, you don't want to take on people's emotions and feelings. It's theirs. And if you're very sensitive and open and receptive, then you don't want to harm yourself. You just want to stay in connection, but you don't want to take somebody else's package on. That's not our job. That's their job.
yeah, for that reason, I all the time hesitate to do the armoring to other people, the massage to other people, because I have this tendency, and I still not find a way. I will try. I will try this. Yeah, because I've doing massage to my father, take the same pain, or so on. My father or many other people. So this is quite crazy. Said, okay, I cannot do it. This kind of work.
You know, it's a facilitator and practitioner disease that you need to be capable of feeling other people's nervous system response and where they are, but don't take on their shit. That's not your job. You know.
Yeah, this is a big high level of you need to reach there because you die otherwise.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you don't die, but you became sick, sick
Yeah.
and sick.
Okay. So you're not the black hole. Perfect.
Okay, thanks.
Very welcome. I saw some heads nodding and some stuff coming up.
What I feel is because I'm a facilitator too, so when I'm in front of my clients, it's not the same to be in daily life. What I mean is, I'm in a special state when I'm in my workshop
Hmm.
where I don't even know why I'm in this special state, but I will be connected and things will pass through and I will not take things personally. In a daily life, we can do it when we open a space and we want to express and whatever, but there is also a part that is dynamic, and this is more instinctive things that are going on. So when we are conscious, it's okay, but when this is instinctive, this is where it's after the disaster that we are aware that something was going on. But when it is happening, it's more like to be in a survival state, and it's very difficult to. I mean, maybe if we were aware, then we would not have need any tools because the minute you are aware, maybe the dynamic does not exist. Enfin, we are out of the dynamic, but the problem is it is when we are both in survival mode, then I mean the dynamic will go on, and there's no tools except be aware, and how to be aware. So this is maybe something that we are learning through experience and years. We are more aware, so we can come out of the dynamic earlier, go less in intensity, but it's still there, and somehow I can speak for me, killing me somehow. I have the tendency to, when I don't feel safe, to be in a kind of survival mode when I will freeze and try to detach myself from my emotion. But the result of that is then I will go in my mind, and then if I don't feel safe to express, so then I will start to be very anxious and have a lot of thought, and then I will start to speak a lot more about what I feel than really be in the emotion. But then also I will have a lot of anger because I feel I cannot express. So this is it's very difficult because it will trigger me having a strong reaction, kind of anger reaction. I will not feel safe to release or express. So then I will go in my mind and for days, and then I cannot contain it. So it will come out in different ways. So speaking all the time about what happened, or when it will come to me, will feel a kind of energetic rejection, all this type of stuff. And then that will trigger him, he will get angry, and then I will go even deeper in my. So we analyze this thing for 3 years now. So we are more aware of it. We can sometimes step out, but when we are really in the instinctive situation, I found myself quite, to say that, with no, there's a word for that. Powerless.
Can I ask you a few questions, Camilla?
Yes.
Yeah. What is your native language?
French.
French. So English is your second language.
Exactly.
Yeah, and David, your Italian, English is your second language, right? So definitely your mother tongue is not your first language of communication, but I guess you just communicate on your second language, and even if you fight sometimes, you're just like very limited in your capability of expressing yourself. Just want to share.
We are not so good in English.
I just want to share a story that I had a few years back with a couple I was working with in Bulgaria. So she was Bulgarian with a broken English, and he was a Peruvian with Spanish speaking with a very broken English, and they were madly in love. Yeah, and then a year later, I came back to their place, and they were madly on survive and fight. And I was listening into their English when they were fighting. So I was a guest in their house, and when they were speaking, what she was saying was something completely different than he was answering to. And when he was speaking and answering, there was something completely different, unrelated to what she was saying. So the language they spoke went just like literally completely passing each other. And I could pick up their emotions, their feelings in relationship to the language that they use. And that was a complete different world. Yeah. So what I've suggested them, and this is something that I would suggest you too, is there's a connection between the two of you. Yeah. So I know that there is love between you. I can feel that. I know you a little bit since a while. But, communication, specifically English, is not your first love language. And probably the different love languages. Yeah. So love languages is just touch, presence, words of awareness, giving gifts, or being present with each other. And there are a few more. And some of them is your primal language. And important is that you know what your primal language is. And that when you notice you get triggered and you cannot express it, that you speak your love language with each other. What is it that you need to hear, to feel, to stay and be in connection with each other? maybe it's touch, maybe it's hugging, and maybe you just need to sit there and hug each other and just notice your breath and just feel your skin just for a few minutes. And then you see all this survival stuff that you carry is so much of a story that's from the past that has nothing to do with the other one. Just as a test.
In my side, we did a good work, and now we are mostly aware after the argument that was not coming from the situation, the problem. But the problem in my side is the response of David is so strong. It really cross my boundaries, and sometimes what I consider like my integrity. So it's, for me, my experience of this relationship, I'm talking about the bad side, is to be in an infinite rebuilding of something that's been destroyed. What I mean is when you feel so touched when I feel so touched in my integrity, or what I call respect, it's a big wound. So of course it's connected from the past, but there is also something from the present, and it creates a lot of drama and time for me to rebuild the trust that whatever will be again destroyed in another situation. And now we are going better because we had this cycle almost every 4 days, 4 or 5 days. So that was very overwhelmed. And now I think we are doing a good, maybe every 2 weeks, or it depends, but in general, now there is one, once we met, we had maybe 2 big arguments. It's already very different. But now I feel very, very tired, and I feel also that I've learned everything I needed, because I used to repress myself so much that it's because I can say, yes, it's because David can be so strong that at one point I put myself so small that I could not breathe anymore, that I noticed, oh fuck, this is what I'm doing to myself also. So I had a lot of awareness of different things, and I understood my inner dynamic. But now I feel I need space to to express. And unfortunately, some parts what is saying no, or sometimes because I'm not very clear with myself, because I put aside in fact in this relationship I learned first of all to finally feel that, oh, yes, I want this, no, I don't want that, because this was a side that was a childhood stuff. So now I know, I start to feel a yes or a no as a response inside of me. And now I feel I need to be able to express that in a safe environment. And it can feel trigger because it's very sensitive. So just imagine that, just if I feel a kind of no inside of me, that will create energetically a kind of separation that can be enough to trigger him and have a very big reaction.
How, when I pause here for a second, is your experience in your life of anger equals danger? So is anger dangerous?
Yes.
Is when
Like,
does
it's not about anger, it's desire. Whatever I want is dangerous because it can create a conflict, basically.
right? So anger equals danger and conflict, or conflict and danger. When you feel your own anger, do you feel fear at the same time?
Yes.
Yes.
I will feel a big fear and I will suppress the anger.
Yes.
Then I will be lost because sometimes I will do the opposite of what I wanted. Then I don't have any
Yes.
direction.
Yeah. So
So
when
suffering of this.
I mean, it's just like I see it as like when the smile comes into your face, it's just like it opens up a little door here. When you feel fear coming up, when you start to get angry, are you as well a little bit afraid of your own fear?
Oh yes.
Yes.
I need to eat or now lately smoke.
Yeah.
So it's a big it's endless.
Yeah. Yeah. So the fear of fear is literally one of the biggest obstacles. So the question is, how can you use your fear as your ally? That your fear is welcome, and it's a rhetoric question. Please, you can't answer that because it addresses something in your limbic system that your rational mind cannot pick up.
I'm coming there because this relation is so intense. Because what is funny is I always put stuff down. In my family, it is a bit like this, and meeting him is a big confrontation, and he's very emotional, so that creates a lot of. I feel overwhelmed, so that also wake up a lot of emotions. And where I arrive is the word responsibility, in the sense that I always been the one asking from what they want from me, all the time be there. And now something is raising inside of me saying, okay, nobody can take care of me. I'm the only one that can really take care. And when the fear raise and is so strong, now I have a new energy coming, like I'm the only one that can take care. And so I don't need to put myself in a kind of begging
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah.
And I start now to give me a kind of love, or there's something that starts.
Yeah. There's another part to that, and highly recommended. Oh no, it's mirrored, but the orgasmic blueprint. So there's parts in there about the dynamic about mixed emotions and the numbness bar. So when you have mixed emotions, and you have two mixed emotions, so for example, anger and fear, it just creates different packages of expression in yourself. When you have three of them, so fear, anger, and sadness together, it's just like you don't know what to do and where to go. And then all of a sudden, if then joy comes in, you can just collapse in a second. It can be so overwhelming. So when you're overwhelmed by emotions, it's an indicator that you have a lot of mixed emotions at the same time. They're not wrong, they're not bad, but what I would recommend at this point is to see from the numbness bar that you actually don't wait too much and too long till the feelings and emotions cooking up to a place where you just either explode or you collapse, that you speak your emotions as soon you start them rising. And the way how you do that, you always pick the emotion or the feeling that is first on top. That might be fear in the first place, or that might be anger in the first place. So that you actually expressed just like I start to feel afraid, and I'm actually angry at the same time, and that makes me sad. So you just that you really speak it the way how you feel it. Yeah. And the best way, or the best, it's not an advice or recommendation, it's just my own experience about my own fear about fear, that your fear is your ally, is your best friend, to be present with what is. So when you can start to make fear your friend, then the presence that occurs out of your fear is about to notice what's going on internally and externally, and in your head at the same time. It's a walk on a thin line, but this is what I would put in the pot.
Because I don't want to take also all the space, is I think one of my biggest problem is to, how to say that, to be grounded in my emotion. That means I feel anger, so then I am angry, but I'm not able to stay too long there, because all what you spoke about, the inner process, but also the outside process, that is the risk of lose connection, and also consciously or unconsciously the pressure that it will put on me to be in connection. So there is, first of all this inner process, but there is also the capacity to stay where I am and going outside to please, or because I'm afraid to lose a connection, or because it put pressure on me, or so on. This is what I wanted to add.
Thank you for your openness and your vulnerable sharing. I appreciate that, and I wished I could just like put the right answer to that screen here that you just and yeah, thank you. And I would like to hear as well from Arif or from Timani if there's anything that you would like to share. We have another 25 minutes or so.
I'm happy to let Tamani go first if she wants, or else I'm happy to speak.
Timani, you're muted.
No, please go on.
Do we have a time container on this? Like how much time? Because I want to leave some time for her as well.
I will take care of that. So we have, you have 10, 15 minutes or so.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, I just want to say thank you for. What's David? And I forget. I don't think I dropped your name.
Camilla with a K.
Amelia.
Camellia.
Sorry, what was that?
Camellia.
Not Camilla. Sorry, Camellia.
Camellia, like the flower, not chamomilla, but camellia.
Camellia.
The flower.
Okay, Camellia.
Yeah, thank you both for your share. And I was listening in, and I think a lot of the language, the way you were describing it, that helped me process and just give some language to my own experiences too, especially relating to the nervous system and just the process that you were describing. So I was able to just absorb that and help me relax. And yeah, thank you. Yeah, and I feel like I need to buy your book because I'm in the mixed emotions. It's just a lot going on, and it's very jumbled, and I don't know what is really going on anymore. Yeah, this is not a therapy session or anything, but I feel like I'm very ill-equipped or immature in relational settings. Maybe I don't know, like I'm judging my ability, to like stay with emotions and all of that. Like, right, I feel like anytime, at least this most recent experience, need to have some important relational conversations, and I go into freeze mode. I'm just frozen. I have nothing to say. I don't know what I'm feeling, and it keeps coming up like all regularly. Where it's very frustrating, and then I end up going into just going with pleasing. Just like letting the other side kind of have their say, and then maybe going along with that, and that ends up becoming a really frustrating place where I'm not a yes to what they're saying, but I'm not also voicing what I'm what I'm feeling too. Like I don't maybe have the language, or I fear that I don't have the language, or when I say something it's too much or too little. Like they just feel like a kid lost in a more adult relational world, and I feel so embarrassed that I'm here. Like I'm capable in so many other areas, but in this area it's just so difficult. Yeah. So I mean, I was admiring David when you were saying how you were taking on emotions, from others and so forth. I'm like, oh wow, I'm the opposite. I was maybe comparing that to my experience. I'm like, oh, I can't take on emotions. I feel so frozen. At least when there are more high stakes conversations. Regularly, when I'm feeling more free, I'm very empathetic. I can flow so much better. Yeah. So lately, I think what's happened is a similar situation where I've recently got into. I found myself into a situation where I wasn't fully in a relationship. I wouldn't even call it a relationship. I was at ISTA, just 2 months ago, and from there, we had a lot of great experiences, and then I ended up having a connection with this woman, this lady, where I initially wanted to just to be at ISTA, but then for her it ended up being more, and then and then every time I would try to put some boundaries around it, she would cry and she would get hurt, and so forth, and then and then she would say, what's wrong with just fantasizing? And then I said, okay, sure. And then I kind of went along with it, and now it's at a point where she has some very strong feelings, where she's thinking of family and all these other things. And I'm like, oh my god, that's not where I wanted to take this at all. And I'm trying to tell her, and I've tried so many ways of telling her this, and I don't know if she's not listening or she's not. It's almost like so I take responsibility where maybe I was not clear. I should have been more direct. But yeah, I feel like it was my worst fear was to start something, something pleasurable, and ending up with somebody getting hurt. And I feel like it's ended up in the same position again. Where this person, like yesterday, I tried conveying, where I would like to be, the pace I would like this to go at, the amount, sort of voicing what works for me, and what I got back was just anger, a lot of hurt, anger, and I was like, oh, this is a lot, and then I just shut down, and then it moves into like, okay, fine, I don't need this at all. It goes from okay, not the like I have a hard time figuring out where it is that I want from a scale of 0 to 100. And then when I hear this, I go, okay, you know what, I want this at 0, no contact at all. Let's just kind of end all of this. So I don't know. Again, I feel like very under-equipped, in this relational, more adult sphere relationships. Like I feel like very much like a kid. And yeah, that's where I'm at. So this woman, this lady, she's again, she's crying, she's hurt, she's throwing all kinds of accusations at me now. I'm like, oh, who am I? You know, my joke to you, you know, stuff like that. I'm trying to figure out what is true for me. You know, I'm sort of in a discovery phase as well. So, anyways, guys, that's some of what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and you know, it just frustrates me because the same pattern keeps showing up over and over again. And I'm like, how the hell do I get out of freeze? How do I start having my own voice around this without maybe hurting others? You know, and it's like, okay. So I end up defaulting to like, you know what, I'm just going to back out, avoid, back out, take a step back, and you know, just not get into these situations. But there's a longing for connection at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So I don't know.
Are you managing to come to the de-armoring training? I don't know. Are you?
Yeah, I'm signed up. I'll see you in October.
Okay, cool. Okay, David will be there as well.
And so will Sana, right?
So, who? Rosanna?
Yeah, we said you. Oh, Diane.
No,
Oh, we said David will be
David.
there. I heard Diane for some reason. Yes.
Above you, David will be there.
Yes.
So that doesn't kind of give you a solution in the situation where you're right now, because it sounds like that you have created some patterns there that kind of needs a little bit more look at. But I'm pretty sure that we just getting that off the ground for you at the de-armoring training. So you will be in excellent hands, and this little part of the pleaser, or it's appease and freeze is the terms for it, right? So appeasing and please, yeah, appeasing, pleasing, and freezing. So this goes all in the same direction, and it's a survival mechanism. Yeah. And most of the time we think the survival mechanism is wrong. We need to heal something about us. No, it's just like somewhere in your life, and you just need to find this spot somewhere in your life. You're very well equipped, where you have decided based on a certain event or experience in your life to create this mechanism of shutting down and make that your number one mechanism when it comes to proximity and intimacy. Yeah, and this survival mechanism needs just an acknowledgement in the first place. So this is a very intelligently designed mechanism. That doesn't mean that this is a good mechanism, because you don't have access to your resources when it just builds up to protect yourself. But it does something for you, and that is not to be judged or wrong.
Yeah, I can have compassion for.
Yeah.
It's just when it feels very confusing when I'm in a free state.
Yeah.
No input.
Yeah. And you know, and the thing is, there's not much to heal. You cannot heal. For example, if I would say, hey, Arif, if you're in a free state and your emotions are blocked and you don't know where to go, just like, of course, you can do the hands meditation and stuff will come up. Will that guide you to the original point of creation? No. You can just lay down, do TRE, and release the tremor in your nervous system and activate your brainstem and just shake it off and release it. And then you can breathe again and you can go in connection. Does it bring you to the origin point of the creation that has created this drama in the first place? No. So it's just like you really have to go emotionally, energetically to this point of creation and acknowledge this is what I do. This is my pattern. This is my survival mechanism. This is what I do. And acknowledge it, and then you have a look. You just really let the stuff and the behavior come up and allow yourself to be seen. You know, there's there will come some hiding and shame responses up, just like being observed in them, in feeling inadequate, feeling awkward, embarrassment, all these feelings. They just want you to hide away. They need to be seen. They need to come up. Yeah.
And this is going to be so the armoring training. It's going to be a good spot for all this.
It's a perfect spot for all this.
Okay.
We eat you for breakfast, Arif. in a very good way.
Sure.
No, you're in very good
Forward to it.
you're very good hands.
And the thing is, this charge that I'm feeling now, it's hard to replicate. Like within a couple of days or 3 days, it goes back to like calm and peace. And then even when I try to access it, like I'm like, oh, I need to work on this. It's very hard to bring it back.
Mm-hmm.
So then I'm like, oh, I have nothing to work on. I'm feeling good.
Mm-hmm.
So
Till the next time.
till the next time.
Yeah.
So it's almost like I need these situations to bring it out.
Yeah.
And so I'm worried that it'll be calm sales when I'm in Sweden,
Mm-hmm.
and there's nothing to bring it up again.
Yeah. We will see. But everybody can relate to that. So I have definitely a behavior like that. It's just like in the middle of the storm, just like whoa. But then, kind of when the high tide kind of airing down was, well, I don't know what was going on, so everything is good. I can't analyze it.
Who are we here?
Yeah, right.
So,
There will be a lot of triggers in the air. Triggers in the air. In the armory training. Don't worry.
David, have you been? Will this be your first time or twice already?
Third will be
This
the
is the
third.
time.
If I can add something, I learned a lot about reading about avoidant attachment style. Maybe if you know about it, I don't know. It's very interesting. And also, sometimes I'm wondering if we just don't get born with a nervous system that is already wired in a certain way. Because when I look at my dogs, all are different, and already small puppy, they have already a different pattern. You can see which one will attack, which one is more afraid, and all those stuff. So sometimes I'm wondering if we just get born in with this, and then we relate to the world with this. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, that's very fair. So,
Yeah.
who knows?
I can copy that.
Configuration, these nervous systems are in. No, I'm familiar with the attachment styles, but at first it was a revelation. It's like, oh, there's a label to it, there's an explanation. But then it became like, okay, now what?
Mm-hmm.
Now I know. Well, what's the next step? Like,
Mm-hmm.
what do I do about this? Right? And yeah, so I haven't had a satisfactory answer, other than maybe do some work at the level of the nervous system and regulation. That's pretty much been the only thing where I found some comfort,
Mm-hmm.
and some tools around communication. But yeah, but I don't know. I'm seeking answers.
Looking forward to seeing you in a month and a half.
Yeah, Matt, same here.
Yeah. Okay, Timani, not that much time. Do we have anything we can do for you?
I would like to thank everyone for their testimonies. I used to be like you, frozen when I was attracted by someone, and I used to think that I am less than that person. I don't deserve it. So now, I mean, I try not to struggle anymore with my emotions. Not to analyze, because I used to analyze my emotions a lot, and it, it it stuck me in the past, or it frozen me in that emotion. So I decided what to do to change my emotions, and instead of anger, instead of fear, or instead of sadness, I change them with love, with forgiveness, with joy, with great to be grateful. And when I don't arrive, I put the words that I don't like anger, sadness, and I put that on fire. You know, the paper, and I put fire on it, and I feel better. I started shaking, and I feel better. So, well, that's what I do, and I live on my own. Sometimes I think it's too late for me. I wished I had started with lessons like these ones, but I had my path, so it helped me. I mean, it's different, but it was for me. It was good. So that's where I am.
Mm. Thank you for your sharing. And I just want to make sure that would you like me to say a few words to it?
Yes.
And I would like them to hopefully arrive in the right place. So when we talk about emotions and development of our personality, we talk about different structures in our life that we have experienced, how our personality is formed and then kind of literally set in stone. That's how we just go through our entire life, except we just reach on one point enlightenment and everything is dissolved. I don't know if one of us is capable of doing that this lifetime. Real mastery like Buddha, Jesus, Mohammed, I don't know, just like one of the prophets. I don't know if they mastered that, but the history told us they did. What I can say to that is it can be dangerous using a mechanism that calls spiritual bypassing by avoiding our rage and anger about our past, what we hadn't had, and try to substitute that with forgiveness without processing. That makes us sick. It's emotionally sick. It creates depression in a way. And it's a healthy response to be emotional, expressed specifically when it comes to anger and to grief, to pain about that what we hadn't had or the loss that we had in a way. And there's a saying around that, and I talk in the book about that pretty in detail, that the difference between healings and emotions are crucial in our life. So feelings are for dealing with what is here now in the present moment. So we need our access to our feelings, what is sadness, anger, fear, and joy. So we need to express them as well in a mixed form. Yeah. And the feeling normally takes 90 seconds, 2 minutes or something like that. That's when you know it is a feeling and it starts and it's over. Yeah. If you have an emotion, it's something from the past. It kind of simmers through like you just have a cooking pot, hours, days, sometimes weeks. It just continues in there. And then we don't know even that we're sitting on this pot of cooking emotions and not courageous enough to put off the lead because there's a volcano exploding underneath sometimes. And this is what triggers sometimes are. But so when feelings are for dealing with here now, emotions are for healing the past. So we need to have access to this cooking pot of emotions, and we need to address them where they're from. And that was not only for you, that was as well for for the other one in here. I've spoken for all of you and for myself. All right, it's 8:30 and I would like to have a check out with taking that object back in your hands for a moment, because that what we're doing here with this object is accessing our feelings. Yeah. So we start to feel, that's the benefit of it. But sometimes there are emotions triggered, and they are welcome too. So again, feelings are for dealing what is now. Emotions are for healing the past. There are no wrong or bad emotions, and there are no wrong or bad feelings. We just need just enough presence to let them go through. All right. Let's have a check out. Just a few words for you to complete your meeting here today. And whatever you say to complete it for you is welcome. Who would like to start? Please, David.
I'm relieved, part of me, because I can speak about, I can have a conversation with someone that you and friends, that I can put out what I feel, what I think, and have also a feedback, and helps to go forward in my path, because I need courage sometimes, otherwise I will just go and jump, and it's very useful to have a friend, a shoulder, some suggestion to, okay, I can go forward, I can do it. Thank you.
Thank you, David.
So me, I feel a lot of frustration and anger, and also fear. So I had a moment also of relief at one point, but I don't know what happened in the meantime. I don't know. I will try to remember what I was thinking about, so then I feel so much frustration. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Camelia.
And I'm feeling a lot calmer, just being able to talk about it and just, share it. Yeah, I'm feeling a lot more regulated in self. Yeah, and thank you for the space, and just lovely to meet everyone here.
Thanks, Arif. Please, Timani.
I feel anger, sadness, and fear, but it's okay.
Wonderful.
It's fine. It's okay.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here today on the monthly Monday. It was a different monthly Monday than expected to be, but very, very nice. I like it. So stuff is evolving, not in my control, more like as life wants it to be. Last little piece about the little hand exercise. What is happening here is we start to train our capacity of being aware and noticing. Yeah, so we start to notice what we notice, and specifically the noticing is the capacity of noticing our emotions and noticing our feelings, because this is where the freedom lies, that we are capable of noticing what we notice. And this is where all the liberation is happening, because then we don't have to judge or make stuff wrong, then we can just be in our full potential. And that's a lifelong process as far as I can tell. Thanks for being here today. And Arif and Tamani, if you want to join every Monday, so please reach out. There is a capacity to join every Monday. And if not, you're more than welcome every first Monday of the month. Have a beautiful day. And love yourself and enjoy every little moment as you can. Bye. So, if you have any questions, please feel free to drop them in the comments. I will personally answer them. If you want to join one of these meetings on Monday, please sign up on that link here. As well, there is this link from the Facebook group, the 21-day full moon edging challenge. If you want to be part of that, please join. And please like and subscribe. That helps the channel. And thank you for watching. Thank you for joining. And I hope you just got something out of that. Have a beautiful day, and looking forward to see you somewhere online or in person. And take care. Love yourself. Bye.